Thermodynamics topic, thermodynamic process. In this video, we will discuss some thermodynamic process. We know that thermodynamic process means a set of actions carried out by which the state of a thermodynamic system is changed. First of all, let us discuss isothermal process. An isothermal process is a change in the state of the system at a constant temperature. That is, when we take the system from its initial state to final state, the temperature of the system is maintained constant. Now, how can we achieve this? This process is accomplished by keeping the system in thermal equilibrium with a large heat bath during the process. Then we will place the thermodynamic system in a heat bath. Now, what is actually a heat bath? See, heat bath is an infinitely large system whose temperature does not change. It's actually an idealized, infinitely large system whose temperature does not change. In practice, the temperature of a finite bath is controlled by either adding or removing a finite amount of energy, as the case may be. As an illustration of an isothermal process, consider a cylinder of gas with a movable piston immersed in a large water tank whose temperature is maintained constant. Since the piston is freely movable, the pressure inside, that is P in, is balanced by the pressure outside, that is P out, by some weights on the piston. Now the system is in thermal equilibrium, mechanical equilibrium, and chemical equilibrium. Or we can say that that system is in thermodynamic equilibrium. Now, as weights on the piston are removed, let us see what happens. If one of the weights is suddenly removed, then you could see that the piston gets accelerated upward and the gas expands. Why? As weights on the piston are removed, an imbalance of forces on the piston develops. The net non-zero force on the piston would cause the piston to accelerate, resulting in an increase in volume. The expansion of the gas cools the gas to a lower temperature, which makes it possible for the heat to enter from the heat bath into the system until the temperature of the gas is reset to the temperature of the heat bath. If weights are removed in infinitesimal steps, that is in small steps, the pressure in the system decreases infinitesimally slowly. This way, an isothermal process can be conducted quasi-statically. For an isothermal process, the ideal gas equation gives, that is, the state of equation of an ideal gas for an isothermal process is PV is a constant. That is, pressure and volume are inversely proportional to each other. So, an isothermal line on the PV diagram is represented by a curved line from starting point A to the finishing point B, as seen in the figure. Suppose an ideal gas goes isothermally, that is, at a temperature T, from its initial state P1 V1 to the final state P2 V2. Say at any intermediate stage with pressure P and volume change from V to V plus delta V, where the change in volume is very small, delta V being very small, the amount of work done, that is the elementary work done, delta W is equal to P into delta V. Taking delta V tending to 0 and summing the quantity delta W over the entire process, we get the total work done equals integral V1 to V2 PdV, which is equal to mu RT into integral V1 to V2 dV by V. So here the pressure is replaced in terms of mu RT by V, because PV is equal to mu RT. Now on integrating we get mu RT into log to the base E V2 by V1, because we know that integral of 1 by V dV is log to the base E V. Now substituting the upper value and lower limits, we get mu RT log to the base E V2 by V1. For an ideal gas, internal energy depends only on temperature. This is a key point. For an ideal gas, internal energy depends only on temperature. Thus, there is no change in the internal energy of an ideal gas in an isothermal process. Therefore, the first law of thermodynamics then implies that heat supplied to the gas equals the work done by the gas. That is, Q is equal to W. Note from above equation for work that for V2 greater than V1, W is greater than 0, and for V2 less than V1, W is less than 0. That is, in an isothermal expansion, when gas expands, the volume increases, V2 is greater than V1. The gas absorbs heat and does work, while in an isothermal compression, the volume decreases, V2 is less than V1. Work is done on the gas by the environment and heat is released. Now let us see adiabatic process. Let us see the word meaning of adiabatic. In adiabatic, A means not, dia means through, bates means heat. So the Greek word adiabatic means heat not passing through. That is, in adiabatic process, the system is insulated from the surroundings, so that there is no heat exchange between the system and the surroundings. That is, delta Q equals 0. There is no heat exchange between system and surroundings. An adiabatic process can be conducted either quasi-statically or non-quasi-statically. When a system expands adiabatically, it must do work against the outside world, and therefore its energy goes down, which is reflected in the lowering of the temperature of the system. An adiabatic expansion leads to a lowering of temperature, and an adiabatic compression leads to an increase of temperature. For an adiabatic process of an ideal gas, the equation of state becomes PV raised to gamma is a constant. We can actually derive this equation, but for the time being, we will study like this. PV raised to gamma is a constant. This is the equation of state for an ideal gas for adiabatic process. PV raised to gamma is a constant, where gamma is the ratio of specific heats at constant pressure and at constant volume. That is, gamma is equal to Cp by Cv. Thus, if an ideal gas undergoes a change in its state adiabatically from the state P1 V1 to P2 V2, we can write P1 V1 raised to gamma equal to P2 V2 raised to gamma, and that being a constant. So P1 V1 raised to gamma equal to P2 V2 raised to gamma equal to a constant. Hence, the work done in an adiabatic change of an ideal gas from the state P1 V1 T1 to the state P2 V2 T2 is W is equal to integral V1 to V2 PdV. That is equal to a constant into integral V1 to V2 dV by V raised to gamma. Because we know that the equation of state is PV raised to gamma is a constant. Therefore, pressure P is equal to constant divided by V raised to gamma. So that value is substituted in this equation. So the work done reduces to constant into integral V1 to V2 dV by V raised to gamma. Now on integration, we get constant into V raised to minus gamma plus 1 by 1 minus gamma, limiting value V1 to V2. So constant into V raised to gamma plus 1 by 1 minus gamma. That is constant by 1 minus gamma into, that is substituting the upper limit and lower limit in the above equation. We get constant divided by 1 minus gamma into 1 by V2 raised to gamma minus 1 minus 1 by V1 raised to gamma minus 1. That is W is equal to 1 by 1 minus gamma into P2 V2 raised to gamma divided by V2 gamma minus 1 minus P1 V1 raised to gamma divided by V1 gamma minus 1. That is, we have substituted the value of constant. What is constant? P1 V1 raised to gamma is equal to P2 V2 raised to gamma is equal to a constant. So in the above equation, the constant is replaced by P1 V1 raised to gamma and P2 V2 raised to gamma. So we get W is equal to 1 by 1 minus gamma into P2 V2 raised to gamma by V2 gamma minus 1 minus P1 V1 raised to gamma divided by V1 gamma minus 1. That is equal to 1 by 1 minus gamma into P2 V2 minus P1 P1 using the relation A raised to n by A raised to m is equal to A raised to n minus m. So using that relation, we can reduce the above equation as 1 by 1 minus gamma into P2 V2 minus P1 V1, which is equal to mu r into T1 minus T2 divided by gamma minus 1. That is, P2 V2 is replaced in terms of mu RT. That is, PV is equal to mu RT formula. So mu into R into T1 minus T2 divided by gamma minus 1. As expected, if work is done by the gas in an adiabatic process, W is greater than 0. Therefore, T2 will be less than T1. On the other hand, if work is done on the gas, then W will be less than 0. We get T2 greater than T1. That is, the temperature of the gas rises. Now, isochoric process. In an isochoric process, volume is made constant. No work is done on or by the gas. Since volume is constant, we know that work done W is equal to P into delta V. Therefore, delta V is equal to 0 in this case. There is no change in volume. So, no work is done on the system or by the system. The heat absorbed by the gas goes entirely to change its internal energy and its temperature. That is according to the first law of thermodynamics. Now, isobaric process. In isobaric process, pressure is kept fixed. The pressure of the system is maintained at a constant value. So, work done by the gas is W is equal to P into change in volume, that is V2 minus V1, which can be equated to mu R into T2 minus T1. Since temperature changes, so does internal energy. The heat absorbed goes partially to increase internal energy and partially to do work. Cyclic process. In a cyclic process, the system returns to its initial state. That is, the initial and final state are the same. So, since the initial and final states of the system are same, the internal energy change will be zero. There is no change in internal energy. That is, delta U is equal to 0 for a cyclic process. The total heat absorbed equals the work done by the system.